Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you all are doing well. Welcome you all for today's interactive session. This is our first session after vacation. I know you all are eagerly waiting and thinking when our school will reopen because you want to meet your friends. You all are missing your classrooms and playground and all those things which you were enjoying at school. Student, remember that changes are very important in our life. And the big change is that we have started our learning from actual classes to virtual classes. And this is a challenge for you and all the teachers to make our teaching and learning process successful. Students, today in this session we are going to discuss about mathematics. Maths is not a list of rules to be remembered. Maths is a way to look at the world that really makes sense. Maths is not any more dull misery, but it is challenging, stimulating, and even fun. Most of the students feel that math subject is very difficult and boring. Today in this session, we will see some points where students can overcome their fear about this subject and they can develop their interest to learn this subject. So let us start with the session of orientation of maths for 6th standard. Students, these are the objective of today's interactive session. After this session, you will be able to understand the contribution of our Indian mathematicians to the world in field of mathematics. You will be able to develop the power of self-motivation and you will realize the need and importance of self-motivation and self-learning to do anything. You will understand simple meaning, need and importance of mathematics. And you will also understand after learning mathematics it will help you to think reasonable and creative. You will able to understand importance of basic concept and skill that you should know to learn the mathematics because this basic concept and skill will help you to develop your interest to learn this subject. After that, you will able to understand the syllabus and the learning outcomes of 6th standard mathematics. After that, you will be able to understand the positive use of technology for learning. All these things you will be able to understand after this session. All these are topics we are going to discuss in this today's session about great Indian mathematician, about self-motivation for student, meaning of mathematics, aim of learning mathematics, need and importance of learning mathematics, use of mathematics in our daily life, basics math skill to learn maths, basic maths concept for 6th standard, objective of 6th standard mathematics, syllabus of 6th standard mathematics and use of technology for learning. Students, maths is very wide concept. Application of each mathematical concept is very important to understand this subject easily. Students, now we should be very proud because the list of Indian mathematicians is very big and today in this session we are going to see few Indian mathematicians. You all know we celebrate our National Mathematics Day to remember mathematician Srinivas Ramanujan. Students, do you know that Ramanujan, the mathematical genius, taught himself maths after he dropped out of high school due to his failure in the English subject? He taught us a great valuable lesson that failure is not permanent as he did let his failure bring him down and continued to teach himself mathematics, which he was passionate about. He has been the inspiration of many mathematicians, not just in India but all around the world. Students, his mathematical work is number theory, infinite series, and continued fraction. He was great mathematician. Our next mathematician is Aryabhat. We can't forget this name because because he found the zero, and we can't imagine our number system without zero. We can't calculate any number without zero. He also found place value system, approximation or summation of series of square and cube, and lots other mathematical works are also there. Our third mathematician is Shakuntala Devi. She is first Indian female mathematician. She was also known as human computer, and she was extraordinarily talented because she was extraordinary in computational skill. She was calculating largest to largest number correctly without using calculator, and her calculator speed was faster than computer, and that's why she was known as human computer. Students, remember that people always recognize and remember the other person by their work. We are also remembering these mathematicians just because of their work. Remember that experience is the best teacher, and experience is our learning experience. So every experience teach us a lesson to face the problem. Now, self motivation for the studies. Self motivation is very important because self motivation develop the self confidence to do the work. Now, how we can motivate ourselves? You should always have faith and trust in yourself. You should always provide and give the opportunity to yourself to do that task, and always ready to learn something new and always be a learner. Student, when you are learning something new, that time don't be afraid from the mistake, because from mistakes you will get to know where you are lacking, where you need to do the improvement, and that's why you have to learn from the mistake. So don't afraid from the mistake. And after doing mistake, don't repeat those mistakes again and again. Believe that you can make your work successful. Don't Most of the students, they said when they do the work that I can't do it. You can't say that I can't do it. You have to say yes, you can do it. I can do it. Decide short term to long term goals. See, it is very important to decide the goal, to achieve the goal, because it develops the self confidence. It makes the person independent. Always have curiosity to learn the new things. Curiosity is very important because curiosity creates lots of question about that activity. It helps us to get the answer about that activity or any other work. Have or create logical question related to any concept, but do not ask the question to your own abilities. See, always have a faith and trust on your abilities. You have to develop those ability which can make your work successful. Now student, why we need the self motivation? What is the importance of self motivation? Self motivation change our personality. It help us to develop our personality in a positive way. It help us to start our thinking in logical and reasonable way. It improves our mental strength, and because of mental strength it improves our physical strength also. It helps to achieve the higher goals of our life. Once you decide the goals, self motivation help us to achieve, to get that goals and make you successful. It build the self esteem. Self esteem means the self respect and the power of problem solving. Self motivation always give the solution to solve the problem. Instead of avoiding any problem, it gives the confidence to solve it and make it successful. So self motivation, self learning is very important, because these things is uh, these things give you the opportunity to do that task. So that's why self motivation is very important. It develops self confidence to do right thing positively. It gives the power to face the problem instead of avoiding. This is the biggest lesson that we have to take, that we should never avoid the problem. We should always face the problem, and we should not care about the, when we are solving the problem, that time we should not care about the what will be the outcomes of that activity. We should focus on what is the problem and how you can solve that problem in a better way. Now let's see the simple meaning and definition of mathematics. As I said before, mathematics is a very wide concept, and you have to apply all the learning mathematical concept in your daily life, into your new situation, and then you will be able to understand that concept in a better way. So what is mathematics? Mathematics is the science that deals with numbers, logical shapes, quantities, and arrangement. We have seen in mathematics numbers are very important. Different types of numbers are there, their properties are different, their arrangement are different, their arrangement is in a systematic way. We have seen the shapes, equation, expressions, all these things are there, and they all are arranged in a systematic way. If those things will not systematic way, so we will not able to understand that concept when we are learning. So in math system, this arrangement is very very important. The next meaning is mathematics as an art in its own right, beauty in the form of theorems, logical or numerical relation. Here numbers are there, as I said, properties are there, theorems are there, lots of different concepts are there, and every concept is arranged in a particular way. Now, what is the need and importance of learning mathematics? Mathematics is all around the world. We use the mathematics in different subject also. We use the maths in English, we use the maths in geography, we use the maths in history. So it is related to all the subject. It is a subject that encourage and develop the logical thinking, because maths is give you the opportunity to solve the problem. When you solve the problem, that time it hammers our brain to get the answer and the to find out the reason behind that problem. So it develop the logical thinking. It helps to apply mathematical concept theorem to the new situation. After learning any mathematical concept, it helps us to apply those mathematical concept in our daily life. For example, if in kitchen, if your mother is cutting any fruits, she cut the fruit in equal part. So that is a that concept is related to maths, and that is fraction. So maths is everywhere and it is very important. Knowingly unknowingly we are using different mathematical concept in our daily life. It helps to inculcate the good deals of self reliance, self confidence, tolerance, and open mindedness. See, maths is giving you the opportunity when you are solving the problems. If you are getting the answer after solving it, so it develops the self confidence that yes, we can do it, we can solve the different mathematical problem once we understood. And till the answer, you should be very patient, and you should handle the problem, and you should understand the problem in a better way to get the correct result. So it develops the tolerance and open mindedness. It creates and promotes analytical thinking. Analytical thinking, where you think what is the reason behind that, what kind of method you can use to get the answer. All these things you think when you are solving the problems, and these problems you solve in mathematics. It makes reasonable and creative, and it helps us to understand the world better and provide the advancement of knowledge. See, there are so many important things are there where we can use the maths, and their mathematics subject is giving the opportunity to change ourselves through the different problems. Now there are some aims to learn the mathematics. There are four basic aims of learning mathematics, that is practical aim, social aim, cultural aim, and disciplinary aim. Now let's see one by one. Practical aim is for to develop the clear ideas, understand the concept, develop mathematical skills, make appropriate approximation, and make proficient means skillful. See student, when if you are handling any mathematical concept or you are solving any mathematical problems, that time your brain is start to think what kind of method you should use. That means it gives the idea to solve that problem. And after solving, you understand that concept, what the problem is saying and what kind of solution it want. After that, when you are solving, you use the different types of scale, use different mathematical tools, so it develops the use of different skill. Then after that, when you are solving, after understanding, after solution, you will be able to find out the correct answer, or you can round up the answer near to the correct answer, so it makes the appropriate approximation. And after all these things, after doing lots of practical work, it makes you more skillful into that activity. After that, the second aim is social aim. The social aims help us to develop the individual understanding and participation in general and social economic life. See students, we have seen that if you don't know the maths, how can we make the budget? So if you understand all these things, you should know what is the social aim of mathematics. Then after that, social aim help us to interpret the social and economic phenomena. It also provides knowledge for adjusting with the society and also develop the social and economic value. Third aim is disciplinary aim. Disciplinary aim help us to the learner to exercise and discipline the mental faculties. Then help in intelligence and use reasoning power. It helps us to be original and creative in thinking. It makes the individual to become problem solving, self reliant, and independent. See student, once you start to solve any problem or any mathematical concept, when you are solve, it develops the self confidence. And once you develop the self confidence, you don't need to depend on the other person for the solution. So you totally become a independent to solve any problem, not only mathematical problem, but these aims help you to solve the different life problems, that you can solve your problems in a better way. The fourth aim is cultural aim, and this cultural aim will help us to develop aesthetic awareness of mathematics. We can enable to appropriate the role played by mathematics in cultural tradition, and also provide mathematical ideas, aesthetic, intellectual enjoyment, and satisfaction for creative expression. Now students, see the as I said, the mathematics is related to the lots of things. It is related to our culture also. See our cultural program, where we need time, day, everything is very important, and all those things are related to our culture and tradition. When you start to solve any problem, if you get the correct answer, if you get any solution, after that the enjoyment, the joy of that solution is very very important. It gives you the satisfaction for your problem solving, so it is very very important. So when you are learning mathematics, this aim you should be consider, and this aim will help you to develop your interest to learn the mathematics. Now let's see how we are using and how we use mathematics in our daily life. Mathematics is everywhere. Wherever you go, mathematics is there, but we don't know that exactly this is the concept of maths. When we, for example, when we are going to shopping, if we are traveling, we are calculating money, time, speed. We are handling money for the different purposes. We are calculating money, calculating different number, using different operation. Simple in our life, if we want to do the calculation of money, we are using basic four operation like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, and these simple operation make our work very easy and simple. Different geometrical shape we use to construct building, roads and different places. We calculate the numbers using basic mathematical operation, addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. In medical science, use the mathematics for counting blood cells, heartbeat, pulse rate, blood pressure and lots of other many things are there. We use the correct proportion of, like for example, if we are cooking, and when we are cooking we should use the correct proportion of each and every food ingredients. If we do any kind of mistake, so the outcomes of your cooking will not be better. So proportion is very important, and this proportion is related to the maths. We are using the maths when we are measuring height, weight, capacity and many other things. If we want to weight our if we want to weight if we want to measure our height, so we are using the different numbers, and these numbers are related to again maths, and we are using the mathematical concept to make our monthly budget. There are many other activities are also there where we are using the mathematics. Now students, remember that there are basic skills are very important when you are learning mathematics. To understand and to develop the interest in maths, you should know the four basic mathematical skill. Without these skills, you will not develop the interest to learn this subject. And if you will not understand this skill, you will find that this subject is boring and difficult. So four basic skills are: first is problem solving. It is very important. See, maths concept you can't remember it, you should understood. And how you will understood? When you are solving. Maths is all about the problem solving. When you start to solve the problem, and when you are solving the problem, same concept, same problem you have to solve multiple times, and then you will able to understand and find interesting and easy to solve the problem. Now next is application of skill. After solving the problem, you understand it better, and after understanding, you should apply that problem and that mathematical concept in your daily life. It is very very important, because to make it easy, to make it comprehensive, you have to apply all those mathematical concepts into the new situation. Then third is estimation and approximation. Once you start to understand the mathematical concept, it is easy to round up the answer near to the correct answer. So estimation and approximation, it is very very important before you solve and after solving the answer, after solving the problem. And four is computational skill. Computational skills are very very important, because here we are using different numbers, and these numbers we have to arrange in a systematic way. We have to use different method to solve the different numbers. So computational skills are very important. And remember student, these four basic skill you have to remember when you are learning the mathematics, and uh, you have to adopt these skills to learn the mathematics, and then you will be able to develop your interest in this mathematics subject. After mathematical skills, now see some basic maths concept for the 6th standard level. What you have to need to know first about the number system, everything, the basic of number system. You should know the basic, the place value system, the arrangement of the numbers, the method of the numbers, the basic things you should know. After that, the expression and the equation. Then geometry, you should know the basic geometrical shapes, their properties, everything you should know, but at the basic level you should start. Then fourth is mensuration. Now in this basic concept you should remember the conversion of different units, measurement of units, perimeter, area, all these concept comes under in this basic concept. And fifth is data analysis. In this data analysis you should know the basic of how to record the data, how to organize the data, and how to interpret the data. At the basic level you should know what is the data analysis with the help, and you can use all this method to understand the data analysis in the better way. Now let's see the objectives of 6th standard mathematics. After learning of your after learning of your mathematics, what should be your learning outcome? And these learning outcomes are on the basis of your lessons. Now first is you will be able to solve the problems involving large number by applying operation, addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. You will be able to recognize and appreciate through patterns the broad classification of number as even, odd, prime, co-prime number, etc. Now student, as I said, number system is very important. So you should know the all the basic things, basic methods to understand and to develop these learning outcomes. Now you will be able to apply the SCF or LCM. This is a factorization. These terms are related to factorization in a particular situation. You will be able to solve problems involving addition and subtraction of integers. Now integer is a new topic which you are going to learn in this year. Then you will be able to uses of fractions, decimals in different situations which involve money, length and addition, subtraction of fraction and decimal numbers. You will be able to use variables with the different operation to generalize a given situation. Different example you will use to the new situation. Then you will be able to use unitary method in solving various word problem. Now student, what is unitary method? For example, if you want to find out the cost of 13 pence, so what you have to do is first you have to find out the cost of 1 pen and then you will be able to find out the cost of 13 pence. So this is your unitary method that you are going to use to solve the various word problems. Then you will be able to describe geometrical ideas like line segment, angles, triangles, quadrilateral, circle with the help of examples in surrounding. So as I said, you should know the basic concepts of geometry, where you should know the basic shapes of the geometry like line segment, angles, triangles, quadrilaterals and their properties. And then you will be able to understand and you will be able to describe all those things and you can relate all this concept to your surrounding. Student, after that you will be able to compare quantities using ratio in different situations. Now ratio is again new concept for you which you are going to learn in this year. You will be able to and understand angles by identifying examples of angles, and you will be able to classify the angles according to their measure. And here you will learn different types of angles and how to identify what are the properties. Everything you are going to learn, and after learning you will understand how to demonstrate it. After that you will be able to demonstrate and understanding the line symmetry by identifying symmetrical two-dimensional, creating symmetrical two-dimensional shape. Uh, You will be able to classify triangles and quadrilaterals into different groups on the basis of sides and angles. In this, you will see different types of triangles, and on the basis of their property you will be able to classify those triangles. You will see different types of quadrilaterals will be there, and you will be able to classify on the basis of their properties. So everything you are going to learn, and after learning you will be able to classify triangles and quadrilaterals into different groups on the basis of their sides and angle. And in the last you will be able to identify various three-dimensional objects. Now from all this objective you get to know that all these things are related to the basic concept. Now you are in 6th standard, so you are moving one step ahead. So concepts will be same, but you are learning the one step more. You are going one step ahead. Now students, now we are going to discuss about the syllabus of 6th standard mathematics. In this we will see how many lessons are there, what are the lesson, in which lesson what topics comes, what concepts are come under in which lesson. So students, there are 14 lessons. If you see the first 3 lessons, all these 3 lessons are on the basis of number system. The first lesson is about knowing our number. In this lesson you are going to learn Indian and international place value system. In this we will see how to compare the number, how to estimate the number. Estimation is about the rounding of the number near to 10, near to 1000, near to 100. In this we will also see the Roman number system. Second lesson is about whole numbers. In this we will see introduction of whole number on number line, and how to do the addition, subtraction and multiplication of whole number on number line. We will also see properties and patterns of whole numbers. So there will be different properties, different patterns to understand the whole number. Now third lesson is about playing with numbers. In this lesson we will see the factorization, factors and multiple. We will also see prime and composite number, test of divisibility and factorization. All these 4 concepts we will see in this lesson. Now fourth lesson is about basic geometrical ideas. In this we will learn basic shapes of line segment, line intersecting line, parallel lines, polygons, angles, triangles, quadrilaterals and circles. Every basic shapes we will see in this lesson. Fifth lesson is about understanding elementary shapes. In this we will see how to measure line segment, angles. There are different angles are there. So we will learn how to measure right, straight, acute, obtuse and reflex angle. We will also see how to measure perpendicular lines and quadrilaterals, and we will also see the 3D shapes. Now see students, here fourth and fifth lesson is from the geometry. So these are the basic concept from the geometry. Now sixth lesson is about integer. Now integer is new concept for you. So in this year you are going to learn what is integers. You will see the introduction of integers. We will see how to represent the integers on number line. We will see how to order the integers in a correct manner, and we will also see how to add and subtract integer on a number line. Now seventh lesson is about fractions. In fraction we will see fraction on number line, how to differentiate and classify the different types of fractions, and we will see how to add and subtract the fractions. Eighth lesson is about decimals. In this lesson, we will see how to represent decimal numbers on number line, how to convert the fraction into decimal, how to convert the decimal into fraction, and we will also see how to compare the decimal number. All three concepts we are going to see in this lesson of decimal. Ninth lesson is about data handling. Now in this lesson we will see how to record, how to organize, and how to interpret the data. We will see interpretation and drawing of pictograph and bar graph. 10th lesson is about mensuration, and in this lesson we will see perimeter and area. Perimeter of square and perimeter of rectangle, and also we will see area of rectangle and area of square. Now 11th lesson is about algebra. Now this algebra is new concept for you. This year we are going to learn about algebra. We will see in introduction what is algebra, what are the different patterns and variables, what are the rules of arithmetic, and we will see what is an expression and equation and how to solve these expression and equations with the examples. Now 10th lesson is about ratio and proportion. Now this is also new concept for you, where we will see introduction of ratio and proportion with the example. In introduction we will see what is ratio, what is proportion, and how we can use these ratio and proportion to solve the different word problems, and to then how we can use ratio and proportion in different situation. Lesson number 13 in this lesson, and this lesson is about symmetry. In this we will see symmetry of different figures and application of symmetry. We will see what are the different figures where we can use the symmetry line, and how we can use the symmetry, how we can apply this symmetry on different figures. And 14th lesson is all about practical geometry. In this lesson we will learn how to construct circle, line, perpendicular line, and angles. In this lesson we will see how to handle protractor, rounder, and scale, how to measure them, how to construct them, and this lesson will help us to handle all the mathematical tools which we are going to use to construct all these shapes. Now see students, we have seen the 14th lesson in a short way. In this syllabus we have seen that all the lessons are all about the basic, but we are moving towards the next level. So in this we have to remember that basic concept and basic skill we should develop to understand all these concept in a better way. So I hope you will use and adopt all those basic concept and skill, and you will go through the learning outcomes, and you will understand what are the concept and what problem is saying, what problems want, and what problems to solve those problems, what method, what solution we have to choose to get the correct answer. Now students, let's discuss about use and benefits of technology for learning. It is very important, because nowadays we are using this technology to continue our learning and teaching process, and this technology is helping us, and this technology provides us the another opportunity to continue our learning. So definitely technology is useful for us when we are using the technology in a positive way. Technology always provides additional opportunity to see and interact with mathematical concept. Not only mathematical concept, if you have any doubts, if you have any queries, you can use the technology to get your answer of your question. It develops the interest, it develops the interest through different games, puzzles and activity. If you use the technology, there are number of activities are there. If you want to learn maths, so different puzzles activities are available on the net, where you can find this subject is more interesting. If we are using technology, every our work can be done electronically. Because of technology, we get the answer very quickly. It is a time saving, it is a portable means it is a movable. If we can use this technology everywhere, anywhere. So this is useful for the distance learning. Now also see, you are sitting at your home, I am also sitting at my home, and we are continuing our teaching learning process through the technology. So this is a part of the distance learning. It always creates new ways to learn, to learn the different concept. So for today's generation, it is very important to learn the different technological skill to understand the world better. See students, technology also has the two sides. If you use the technology in a positive way, definitely it is advantageous for you. If you'll not use in a positive way, definitely it will be harmful for you. For example, don't use the technology in a bad way, where you will feel that this technology is not useful for you. Like for example, now in olden days, what people used to do, that when they were counting the number, when they were doing the calculation, they were calculating the number in their mind. So they were using the mental maths, and that's why they were able to understand the maths in a better way, and they were remembering all those number and calculation for the long term. Now what happened, because of technology, we are calculating the numbers with the help of calculator, we are using our mobile phone. Simple example, nowadays we are not able to remember our own phone number. So if you will use in a negative way, definitely it will be harmful for you. You have to use the technology, but don't use it in a negative way. See, in maths, computational skills are very important. You know how to do the calculation, and you have to use the calculator for to get the answer very quickly. But remember that you should know all the different methods of calculation, and you should be remember for the long term. If you are doing the same calculation on the paper, so you should be able to do the calculation in a proper way, and to get the answer correctly. So you just remember that technology is useful for us, but when you will use it in a positive way. Now students, here we have discussed all about the mathematics. I hope this session will be helpful for you to develop the interest in mathematics. I hope you will find this subject interesting, easy and simple. Adopt the basic skills, use the develop your knowledge in basic concept, and definitely it will be useful for you to develop your interest in this subject. In next session, we will see and we will do the revision what we have learned in April month. Thank you.